You can drip or get drowned on me. Minute Draco, I just put.
What is good, YouTube? It's your girl, the Valentine, and I'm back with another video for y'all today. In this video, I have for y'all my first story time. So, in this story time, I'm gonna be telling y'all about like the worst. Actually, I don't know. I'm not gonna call it the worst because I don't really care anymore. Yeah, whatever. We just gonna call it the worst Valentine's Day ever. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with the story. In this story time, I am going to give the main character we're gonna call him A. So I was talking to this dude for like 3 months. Yeah, I was talking to him for like 3 months. Nothing was official. It was I was never asked to be his girlfriend, none of that. But you know, I'm still loyal to the person when I'm talking to somebody. So I have been talking to him for like 3 months, and he's a pretty cool person. You know, the vibe was pretty cool, so it's like we got along really good. So come the month of February, we were still doing good, and it was like the week of where Valentine's Day was coming up. And I kept telling him, I was like, you know, I didn't really want anything for Valentine's Day. You know, it didn't really matter to me if he got me something, because when we weren't together, so it didn't really matter to me. And he also told me, he was like, you know, you ain't gotta get me nothing either. But me being nice all the time, I decided to get him something. So the day before Valentine's Day, I came home from school and I went to the store. I went to Five Below. You know, they got a lot of stuff in that store. So, and I went broke that day in that store. But I wasn't just getting stuff for him. I was also getting cards. I got a card from my parents, and I got a card for one of my homegirls, and a card for him, and that's it. And I got these big old cards. I don't know. I don't have one with me. I'll take a picture and insert it somewhere in here. And I got a whole bunch of candy. So I came home after I left the store. I came home and I got started on like working on the cards and like getting everybody's stuff ready. So I like put my own little piece in each card. The cards were huge, and I put like the person's favorite candy bar in the envelope with it. So come to this boy card, come to his card. I don't really know what to say, you know. I don't even know what to say. So I called my friend, and you know, I need a little bit of help with like what's saying in the card, because I didn't want to like him to feel like I was pouring my feelings out to him or nothing like that. I just wanted something to be short, simple, and sweet, something nice to just, you know, explain that, you know, it's a cool, you know, thing we got going on right now. So I made the card, you know, I'm all happy the day before Valentine's Day. I already got everything ready, and then come Valentine's Day, I'm carrying all this stuff to school. I got a bag of candy. I have an envelope with candy in it, and I had got this big old Mike and Ike thing. It was like this long. It was so big. So I got all this stuff, and I get to school, and guess what? This boy is not even at the school. He's not even at the school in the morning on Valentine's Day. So at this point, I was so pissed off. I was so pissed off. Like, I had all this stuff that I was carrying around. I felt like a fool. Like, I felt really stupid. No cap. I felt really stupid. I was like, I probably should have got him this stuff. I was so mad. Like, I was thinking about giving his stuff to somebody else. But I didn't. I held on to the stuff. And, when me and him started, like, talking and became friends and stuff, I started sitting with him and his friends and his brother and stuff like that. So when I get to the table in the morning, his brother make up this dumb excuse, talking about, he something about him not wearing pants or I can't remember what it was, but he made up some dumb excuse as to why he wasn't at the school in the morning yet. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So the bell ring and I go to so the bell ring and my friend, she called me and she like, go in my brother class so you can get my stuff for Valentine's Day for you. So I went to the brother class, I got this stuff, and then I went to my class. And I'm the last one walking into class, everybody looking at me with all this stuff in my hand. I'm like, I was already irritated, I was already pissed off. Like, so I did, my first class was like, I forget what that class was, but I go to that class and I was low-key thinking about giving my friend, my other homegirl that's sitting next to me in that class, I was thinking about giving her all of that stuff because, we had already talked about, me and him had talked about Valentine's Day, like before it, and it's like, for you not to show up, like, who does that? Like, and this was my first Valentine's Day, like, talking to somebody on this day, or like, I guess celebrating it with somebody on that day. But that was my first time, and I hated it. I was so pissed off that day. So after that class, I go walk into my next class with all this stuff still in my hand. And guess who I see? Come around the corner. There go A with a big old grin on his face, smiling at me. I'm like, no, because no. I was so mad. I just gave him his stuff. And I wasn't really talking to him. I was like, why weren't you here? He gave me some dumb excuse. Oh, somebody had to drop me off to school. Something like, I can't remember what it was. But I gave him his stuff and he walked me to class because our classes were close to each other. Like, all our classes were close to each other, and in our last period we had the same last period. So he walked me to my class, and I went to my class, and then after that class I think I had lunch, and we both had the same lunch period. This is where it get real. Like, this is where I wanted to punch him dead in his face. So after I think it was like my third period, after my third period, I don't think I even went to go get him that day for lunch. I think I just walked straight to the lunchroom because I was irritated. I was kind of sad. I felt so stupid. Like, so I usually sat with him and his friends at lunch. And so I get there, he's not there yet. So I'm just sitting there and I'm waiting, I'm talking to his friend. His friends was talking to me, so I was talking back. And so he finally showed up. And it's like that whole day he was acting so weird. Like, the whole vibe was just really off. So, and I couldn't like really figure out what was wrong, but I just knew that something wasn't right. So I wait for him to come to the table, and he comes to the table, and I think I was sitting like next to an empty seat, and I think he sat next to his homeboy. I can't remember if he sat next to me or not, but all I know is when he got to the table, he kept getting up and leaving me with his homeboys. So I was very confused at this point. Like, I'm feeling like, what did I do wrong? I done got you all this stuff, and why you doing me like this? So he kept on leaving. So at this point, I got up and I left, and I went to like the bathroom area in the lunchroom. So I went in there. I was just listening to my music, trying to calm down, just like trying not to let this ruin my day. And so lunch almost over, and I see him come back to the table. So I tell him, I'm like, come here, because I need to figure out what's going on. Why you acting this way? So he come here, and I'm like, what's up? You been acting super weird today. I done got you all this stuff. You ain't even opened the stuff that I gave you. Oh yeah, and when I seen him, I gave him his stuff. I'm like, okay. I said, did you get me anything? He was like, yeah. I'm like, okay, well, can I get it now? He was like, no. So this man didn't give me my stuff until I think it was like the end of the day. I think he gave me my stuff at the end of the day. I think it was. And I gave him his stuff at lunch, because he kept... No. What happened? I'm trying to remember. No, yeah, I gave him his stuff before lunch, and he gave me my stuff at the end of the day, I believe. But when he came in there, he was like, oh, my mom said I can't have a girlfriend, or I can't talk to nobody at the moment. This boy was older than me. And you sitting here telling me, and my dumb behind, of course, my dumb behind believed it at the time, because I'm like, I don't know, I really liked this boy. I wasn't in love with him, none of that, didn't love him, still don't love him, none of that. But, I kind of liked him. And so, for him to tell me that at the time, I'm like, I didn't know what to really think about it. But all I know is I was really devastated that day. Like, that junk was the worst. So, he told me that, blah, blah, blah. He told me all that. So, he told me all that crap. And so, after lunch, I gotta go to my next period. So, I go to my next class, and he walking me to class, trying to make me feel better, trying to say, oh, it's okay. Like, So, at the time, I wasn't mad at him, because, I didn't know. At the time, I wasn't mad at him, because, I believed his stupid... I'm gonna say something. I believed him. I believed what he had to say, which was very dumb of me. Won't do it again. No, I won't. Won't catch me like it no more. Well, it was a long time ago, so. But, so he walked me to class, and in that class, I didn't say nothing to nobody. I had a homeboy in that class, and he could tell something was wrong with me, because I wasn't talking to nobody. I just went in there and I put my head down, and I really wanted to cry. I wanted to cry so bad. I spent my money on him. And you want to do this? You telling me you ain't... And then he had to... I think when we was in lunch, he's talking about, oh, this can just be a school type of thing. We can't talk outside school. But if you don't get in my face with that, no, because... So, in my next period, I was just keeping my head down. For the rest of the day, I didn't really talk to nobody. I was super quiet, because I really just wanted to cry, and, it was just not a good day for me. But yeah, so he checked on me, was making sure I was alright and stuff like that. And I think I ended up just falling asleep in that class. So, fast forward, come to our last period, which is the period I had with him. He's still acting super weird. And it's at this point, I was just kind of trying to keep my distance, but I'm like, you know, you need to figure this out. Are we still talking? We still gonna continue this or not? Because he talking about, oh, I don't know. I don't know what, I don't know if I can disobey my mom. Boy, you bad. You done been doing way worse stuff than this. And you talking about, oh, we can't talk no more just because of your mom. I mean, no disrespect to nobody, parents, but like, you do worse stuff than this. I'm pretty sure you be sneaking out, go see other girls and stuff like that. Like, but you can't talk. So, I'm in my last period, and you know, I'm trying to figure out what it's at. He keeps saying, I don't know, I don't know. I'm like, well, you need to let me know, because I'm not finna be sitting here looking stupid again for you. Like, no, you're not finna do me like that. So, come the end of the day, I'm like, I think I told him, I was like, you know, I need to know, but I need to know by the end of the day, because I'm not about to go through this. I'm not about to go through this with you. I'm not about to get attached to somebody for this to happen to me again. So I think it's like, at the end of the day, he still never gave me an answer. He still never gave me an answer, bro. It was still, I don't know, at the end of the day, because I walked with him to the bus, because I'm like, you know, what's up? What is it? He's like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, so I get home, and my little heart was hurt. My little heart was hurt. It was real hurt. And it's like, to this day, people, to this day, it's honestly different reasons. I've heard different reasons as to why we stopped talking. And to this day, I still don't know the reason, because when I came to my senses, that whole my mom said I can't talk to you, that was some BS. That was really some BS. And it's like, after we stopped talking, throughout the whole time of us talking, I started realizing, I'm like, you know, this was some BS too. This was some BS, this was some BS, this was some BS. After we stopped talking, you know, people caught on to, you know, us not talking to each other no more. So somebody, they came up to me and they was like, they understood. He spoke, he's Haitian, so he spoke Creole. He speaks Creole, and they did too. So like, they was telling me, that was like, oh yeah, he was talking about other girls with his homeboy, which you said right there. I'm like, and see, like, in the back of my head, I kind of had already known this, cause it's like, what? Why are you? If you know I don't understand it, that's kind of disrespectful to me, because it's like, knowing him, he's a hoe. I said it, he's a hoe. So people kept giving me different reasons. That was like, oh, he said y'all can't keep talking because he couldn't afford the stuff to he couldn't afford to give you a lot of stuff on Valentine's Day. My thing is, I don't care about that stuff. Like, I'm not no shallow person. I don't care about money or materialistic things. I mean, if you want to get materialistic things, I mean, if you want to get me stuff, then do that because you want to. I'm not going to ask no boy, can you get me this? Can I have some money? Like, no. I'm not ever going to do that. No. So it's like, I didn't care about that stuff. And then another reason, it was the whole, he can't talk to me because of his mom or something like that. It was just a whole lot of BS, and people just kept trying to keep stirring the pot and stirring the pot and stirring the pot after we stopped talking. I'm like, y'all, you like, people just need to let this go and just leave it alone, because at this point, I didn't really care anymore. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm glad that happened, because one, I got a lesson out of it. I learned something out of it. And, you know, it really helped me to see him for who he really was. And, you know, he lost this, so I don't care. You know, at the time, of course, you know, it hurt me, blah, 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 whatever. But, you know, I don't really care anymore. I dodged a bullet there, honestly. I really don't care about none of it. I mean, and me and him, I don't know, I haven't spoke to him in a very long time. I ain't spoke to him in a very long time. But we not beefing or nothing, you know, we're just cordial. Just cordial, ain't nothing going on, ain't nothing, won't be nothing ever. So, but yeah, that is the story of the worst Valentine's Day ever. So you know.
Fuck Valentine!
But I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure you click that bell so you are notified when I upload a new video, so you don't miss anything. You can join me. I would love to have you. Just hit that subscribe button. It's that easy. Like, just, you know, hit that button. And if y'all want more story, if you enjoy this story time, if y'all want more story time, I will think of stuff that has happened in my old crazy life and share it with you guys if you want. But, you know, just comment that down below if you like this story time. And comment down below if you want to see any more story times. Well, I'm out. Peace.
No, I'm not sweet. I just got flavor. Don't need no water to mix up this.